Stampers, this is Dawn, and today we're going to make this gorgeous slider card. So this is how it works. You're going to pull this little tab where this ribbon is, and it slides up. Oh my gosh, I love it. So I made all the end colors except for one, and it was of course the last one, and I absolutely loved it. And it was the cinnamon cider, and I want to show you this one here. So this is the one we're going to make today, and all I did was I changed the stars to the copper instead of the silver. Isn't it beautiful with the cinnamon cider? Oh my gosh, I love it. If I would have done this one first, I probably would have made them all that way. But these cards are for my Glitter Queens team. They're celebrating their Stampin' Up anniversary, and I'm a little bit late. These are for August. Well, at least some of them. I've already sent about, I think, half of them out already. But the remaining ones that I needed to get done, these are the ones I'm going to be sending out. Plus this one. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So let's start with all the measurements. We're going to use the cinnamon cider, and this piece is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, and we're going to score and cut this together. Then I'm using the brand new 2020-2022 in color collection for the in colors for the designer paper. This is double-sided. I love the polka dots. So this piece is cut at 3 3/4 by 5 1/4, and then a whisper white for stamping. And then this piece of whisper white is going to be for the inside. This piece is cut at 3 3/4 by 5, and then for the little pulley part that slides, this piece is cut at 3/4 by 3 inches. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some stamping first. So I'm going to use the Memento ink, and we're using the stamp set called Band Together. This also has a coordinating die, which you can get in the annual catalog. And I love this Celebrate the Best Day Ever, because it's the day they signed up, right, to be a demonstrator. At least that's what I'm focusing on my cards to be. So they're anniversary cards for my team that are celebrating their anniversary date for signing up to be a demonstrator. So I just thought that that was perfect. And then if you wanted to, you could also stamp "You Are Amazing," but on mine, I actually wrote a little message on my slider part. I thought that would be really cute to stamp on the slider part. Okay, so that's the stamp set. We're gonna stamp, and then we're gonna cut this out with the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So we're gonna stamp it first. Okay, and then let's go ahead and grab our machine. We're using the Stitch So Sweetly dies. We're going to use the, I guess, the second and third from the largest. Okay, so the second or the third one is going to be the smallest of the two. We're going to use that for the Celebrate the Best Day Ever. Cut that out. Okay, so there's the greeting. And then the next size up for the scallop, we're going to use the cinnamon cider. I'm going to cut that out. Okay, so there's the layer for the greeting. Okay, so then we're going to cut out the copper stars. Beautiful. And these are from the Stitch Stars. They're in the annual catalog as well. We're going to use this one right here. We're going to cut out 2 of the stars. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so that's all the die cutting. So let's go ahead and move our machine. Okay, so next we're going to cut and score our 5.5 by 8.5 piece. So we're going to first score at 4 inches and 8. I'm going to go ahead and fold the score lines. Okay, so then we're going to take our designer paper. I'm going to put some adhesive on this. Okay, so we're going to put this right on the front of our base of our card. Okay. And then with this section right here, the section where we scored it at 8, so this should be a 1/2 inch section. We're going to turn this to the left-hand side, and we're going to put it in our trimmer. And we're going to line this up at 1.5, And then we're going to cut using the cutting arm right here. There's a little measuring here on this right hand side of the cutting arm. We're going to take our cutting blade and we're going to line that up at 1 inch and then cut it down to 4.5. Remember, you're cutting through 2 layers, so you want to make sure you cut that through really nicely. And it did perfectly. All right, so that's the sliding part of the card. Okay, and I'm going to be using the 1.5 inch circle punch. Now I'm going to have my card fold up like this. Okay, so I'm going to have my slider on the right hand side. So I'm going to punch a little pull right here, a little section, a little, I don't know, 1/3 or even 1/2 of the circle punch, of the 1.5 inch circle punch. And I'm just centering it between this score line and that score line. Okay, and then you're going to fold it and you're going to punch the back side of it out to match up with the same. Okay, so there's the card base so far. Okay, so now we're going to take our Whisper White piece. This is a 3/4 by 3 inches. We're going to take some dimensionals and we're going to use some tear and tape. Tear and tape right here. Find the end. So I'm going to put tear and tape on one side towards one of the ends. Okay, and then we're going to flip it over and we're going to put a dimensional on the opposite end, on the opposite side. Just one dimensional, just like that. So you have a dimensional here and then the tear and tape's over here. Okay, so now we're going to slide this little mechanism underneath our slit part right here. So all that's going to be exposed is the dimensional. So we're going to flip this over here. We're going to remove the tear and tape. Okay, so I'm going to actually press that down. Then we're going to remove our backing of our tear and tape. And then you're going to slide this all the way down to the bottom. Remember, and you're just going to have your dimensional sticking out right about there. And then we're going to take this piece and I'm going to line it up with this top section here, so it's right in that cutout area. And then I'm going to center it between the 2 score lines. So doing that all at the same time, I'm going to start up here at the top and then centering it. Once you get that right where you want it, press it down on that tear and tape. Okay? And then this should work your slider part. You see that? I love it. All right, now we're going to go ahead and put tear and tape on this side over here. So let me go ahead and put that onto the side. Make our little pocket. Okay. So what I like to do is fold it over and then just bring that other section on the back, line that up with the edge. Just like that. And then once you get your card together, take your bone folder and give it a good burnish on either side so it lays flat. Okay, just like that. Then we're going to take our little embellishment here for the greeting and our stars. And we're going to put the Celebrate onto the cinnamon cider. Okay, and then this piece is going to get attached to this dimensional. So we're going to remove the backing, and then we're going to center this over top of that dimensional in the center of the card. So then when you pull this, this is going to move. Oh my gosh, I love it. And we're going to decorate it with the stars. So let me grab some more dimensionals. This copper looks so beautiful with the cinnamon cider. It's gorgeous. So then when you move it, ta-da! So cute. And then I have the cinnamon cider ribbon. The ribbon is available in all the colors. So when I bring in the samples again towards the end of the video, you'll see all the ribbon that's matchy-matchy. Okay, so we're going to fold this in half. And we're just going to pick up our card and we're just going to staple that. So where the white cardstock is exposed right there is where I'm stapling the ribbon. And then I'm going to grab my scissors. I'm going to trim that ribbon down a little bit. And that's just telling the person that's receiving the card to pull that. And then so you can write your message here, which is what I did for my team. You can stamp a message, and then you can also write on the back as well. Okay, so lots of areas to write your message. Okay, so then one more thing that I did do is I added my champagne shimmer paint. So cute. Oh, the champagne mist shimmer paint, and I added it to a bottle with rubbing alcohol. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shut the card. Make sure you're shaking your bottle every time you go to use it. Just make it a habit to do that because the stuff does settle at the bottom. So just shake it, and then I'm just going to give it a couple sprays and just kind of swoop up to catch that shimmer paint. It's so pretty. Okay, so there's the cinnamon cider. Beautiful. And then this one is the bumblebee with the silver stars, so the silver foil sheets. This is the Just Jade. And then the Magenta Madness, gorgeous. And then this is the Misty Moonlight, so cute. So you can see I wrote a little message in there to my team. All right, so those are all the end colors. And here's the other cinnamon cider one that I made. So cute. All right, so if you have any questions, just let me know. I'll have all the items listed down below. Then don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any future videos. Okay, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you later. Bye.